on into the room. The coachable, teachable, trainable. Post your city and state where you are catching today's information from. I am BrandMaster Martina Britt Yelverton, and on today's Watching Me Work Wednesday, we're actually going to be discussing how to set up, create, and use email templates with the GHL software. So right now you are probably an emerging speaker, and I hate to tell you that your email probably sounds generic. It could be getting ignored, or it is not generating the responses that you feel you need. So in this tutorial, I'm going to help you to transform your communication effectiveness, okay? I am showing you exactly how to build the GHL email template that literally sounds like a professional, okay? So that it feels personal and it will get the result that your speaking business needs, okay? So before we dive into creating any templates and I bring anything up on the screen, you need to understand that there is a strategy behind being an effective speaker and having that come through in the email communication. Many speakers think that templates make their communication sound impersonal, but the opposite is actually true when it's done correctly. Templates ensure that your consistency, that you remain professional, and that your professional presentation will free you up to focus on the personalized elements that will build greater relationships, deeper relationships. So instead of just starting from scratch every single time, you have a proven framework, right, that you can customize in each and every situation that you encounter as an emerging speaker. The key is creating templates, okay, that actually include personalization opportunities, all right, and maintain your authentic voice. We use dynamic fields, customization sections, and strategic blank spots, right, that require your personal attention for each and every email. This is how you actually maintain your customization and your personalization in the email. So from developing everything that we're developing for the upcoming 2025 SpeakerCon conference, I am learning that the successful speakers who are even a part of this conference, that they actually use templates as a starting point, not as a final destination, right? They have professional frameworks that they personalize based on specific situations and specific relationships, right? Your template should handle the structure and the professionalism, especially with regards to the speaker language, because there's a whole different type of jargon, right? While preserving space for you to be more personalized and to make each and every email that is sent out feel personalized, individualized, right, and authentic. So let me show you how exactly you can create inquiry response templates, right, that convert prospects into speaking clients. These templates will handle the most critical communication in your speaker business, the responses, right, so that they can lead to the potential booking. When people acknowledge their interest, immediately what happens is there is a set of information that will be distributed, and it's going to guide them on into the next step. This is going to include your availability, your confirmation, your fee structure, your next steps to move forward, right? And then the follow-up inquiry template that we create is actually when prospects don't respond to your initial response, right? We want to immediately provide them additional value, like some testimonies. We want to be able to answer any of the common questions, and it will include a gentle call to action to continue on into a deeper conversation. But then you also have the proposal follow-up template, and this is one that is sent out after you've submitted a speaking proposal. It confirms the delivery of that proposal. It's going to provide additional supporting materials and schedule any type of appropriate update follow-up with some good timing, all right? The booking confirmation template that we also have for you is when a speaking engagement is confirmed, then of course, like we said, it outlines the next steps, provides pre-event information, any of those required things that you need, right? And it also sets expectation for that professional relationship that you're developing. Each template includes personalized fields for the prospect's name, the organization, the event details, and the specific speaking topic, right? This way, your professional structure, your professionalism will continue to shine through on your behalf, again, even in your absence, okay? You can also create some of the follow-up templates as well as some relationship maintenance templates and things like that to help you along the way, right? Moving prospects through your system, through your pipeline is your opportunity to develop these templates to guide your prospects, those EPs, those interested people, through your speaker business pipeline systematically. So you always know where they are whenever you open your system. You can look at your dashboard and see where each and every individual is. These templates handle the churning, the turning, the nurturing, all of these different processes that will convert the initial interest into a confirmed booking. Okay. So what I want to do, let's take the opportunity, instead of continuing to share and to show you where this is, why this does this, I want to show you how simple it is to look through a checklist and let you guys see everything that is included when you grab your membership. Let's pull this up, make this a little bit bigger on the screen, and let you see the way the information is already predetermined for you. So let's get a share screen up. Make sure I have the volume on there. Pull that full screen, pull myself out of the way. Alrighty, so what you're looking at here is the speaker email templates, okay? And again, this is one that you will be able to save for copy and pasting into your specific area. We brought up the email templates before. You want to always keep in mind keeping your emails without overloading it full of links, meaning hyperlinks that lead away from your email, will strengthen its availability to land in the inbox, all right? And also making sure that you stay away from excessive emojis and things like that. And of course, having your unsubscribe option inside of each email will allow your emails to not necessarily cheat the system, but not end you up in spam jail or something like that. Okay. So when you're looking at this, what I want you to notice is the subject line is very, very simple. Speaking inquiry for, and the event name, your name, and available. So this is letting them know that the inquiry response that goes to them immediately, right, is very simple. Thank you for your interest in having me speak at event name. I'm excited about the opportunity to deliver value to your intended audience, whoever you know that intended audience is. Now, based on your inquiry, remember, they're selecting their speaking topic that most resonates with who they believe their audience needs. I believe my presentation on whatever the topic is would be an excellent fit for your event goals. This presentation helps specific audiences, whoever that is, achieve whatever the outcome is through and the type of methodology that is for your platform. So if you have not gone through any of the other checklists, you have not gone through and really given your bio a once over, if you have not yet presented, then we need to go and run you all the way back to the beginning so we can get some core things in place. However, you as a new and emerging speaker need to have systems like this in place so that all you have to do is plug in one time the event name and it plugs into all places. So it's not a hyperlink. Literally, if you were doing this inside of a Google file before you put it over inside of your actual GHL, you would copy that. You would utilize the Control F to find every place this is in the document. And then if you click these three dots, it will allow you to type in your exact event name. So say we're talking about SpeakerCon, right? You want to say replace it there, replace it in the next place, replace it in the next place, replace it in the next place. See how it's just plugging it in? Okay, that is what you want to be able to do to ensure that it shows up each and every time where you want it to show up, right? So that it is consistent. So now the sentence would read complete, right? You can also give other pieces of information like the customized presentation that is tailored for you, why all of these things will be what is needed for the intended audience. My speaking investment for this type of presentation is, now we talked about pricing on a quick wins tutorial. If you have not watched this week's quick wins tutorial, then I suggest you watch it. So let me verify, let me check my notes and verify that that is this week's topic, because it could be next week. Let me go check my quick wins list. October quick wins, part 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, not October, September quick wins. Yes, it's this week's, the first one, how to price your first paid speaking gig. So if you want to find out more about that, then definitely come into the community, select the emerging speaker, or go ahead and look in the link below and you can click on it, all right? So that you will be able to insert whatever your speaking price is for this specific type of event, because there are different pricing tiers for different speaking times, for different speaking audience, and for different speaking types. Meaning, are you speaking for a nonprofit? Or are you speaking for a corporation? Are you speaking in a workshop format? Or are you speaking in a 10-minute stage ready talk? So it depends on what the speaking type or topic is for the time range for the fee. Okay. So again, making sure that you've already developed your one sheet, your press kit, or your media kit, so that you can have it available to attach inside of the email. Okie dokie, guys. So before we jump too much further into this training, I have to insert this small segment into Watch Me Work Wednesday so you guys can understand this mindset. So this is why I only work with coachable, teachable, trainable clients within the BrandYOU agency, because you guys have to understand there is a deep rabbit hole that you can go down when you don't have proper mentorship and coaching. So because I am a collaborative partner with the one and only Bridget Bartlett, I wanted to share this coachable, teachable, trainable moment with you guys right here, smack in the middle of the real-time situation of me going through, showing, teaching, training you guys what we are doing, again, with the transparent journey here with the BrandMaster. So right now, you just saw what we're talking about, how to do the implementive efforts of your customized emails that you're going to be sending out on automation, right, while you get your coins and get your sleep. And so literally yesterday, in the middle of creating the training for you guys on the email templates, I ran into this big, huge snafu and could not seem to work my way through it. And so I went ahead and showed up for my 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time mentor and coaching call, and the actual collaborative group that we get a lot of our training from, and we give a lot of our training in with Bridget. And I wanted to share this snippet of where she instantly made sense, because your girl was thinking custom values when I needed to be thinking custom fields. So I'm going to share this bit with you, this small segment, so that you can see why you should remain coachable, teachable, trainable, and where she was showing me my exact issue was. So let's see if I can mute myself and unmute the video.
So go ahead and click wherever you want to put that, like inside the email there. Yeah, just click wherever you want.
Okay. Oops.
Just go to the end.
Click right there.
That way you can easily find it.
Okay. Go to the end.
Yeah. Just hit enter a couple times and.
Okay.
Now go up to the little tag there, yeah, where the custom values are, and scroll all the way down. Actually, I'm sorry. Go to the contact first. Yep, click there, and then scroll all the way down, and you'll see custom fields.
Shucky ducky now.
That's where you want to grab the data and put in the email.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so while I have you here, is there a way to embed a calendar into an email? Because this doesn't show up like what it's supposed to. So we're going to take the opportunity to skip all the other epiphanies that I had. But again, this is why you want to be under the mentorship of someone who knows what they are doing. Okay. And so while you heard her use the term custom values and custom fields, right, I was correct in looking for custom values. However, I was not doing the secondary method of scrolling down to the custom fields and getting the exact data that I needed. So what I want to do now is actually move forward so that you guys can understand. Again, I just really needed to share with you guys that real, true, literal, coachable, teachable, trainable moment, and why you should be under the mentorship of someone who knows exactly what they're doing. Okay. And so moving forward here, we're discussing the actual email templates that you get inside of your your checklist, right, for this option. And I wanted to show you how you can additionally make changes and how you can implement and how you can actually customize this form a bit better. And then hopefully I'll get the opportunity to bring up an incognito window and we can test the form together. We'll see if she'll act right for the rest of this Watch Me Work Wednesday. Okay. And so here we are inside of this templated area here, and we want to make sure that we log into our dashboard. And when logging into our GHL dashboard, we're going down to the marketing area, like I say, and up here in the top, we're clicking on the snippets to be able to get to this area. I prefer to keep my snippets in folders. So let's see if I can get rid of this to show you what I mean. I prefer to go into the folder and then go exactly where it is that we want to go to get to the email that we want to utilize. And so for the purposes of this one, we're going to use this one. And as you see, here is where you begin the customization. So the template that you receive will have areas and it will be utilizing brackets, right? Because that is the standard option that you have. But when you bring this information into your snippets, you want to use the squiggly brackets because they are attached to what? To the custom fields and the custom values. And that is what is going to make your templated email very personalized, right, and authentic to you. All right. And so you would take this entire area here, you would copy this information, you would go over into your snippet area and you would paste it all. Now, of course, you can make different edits to it once it comes into here because you again want it to be very authentic to you. All right. And so here is you want to make sure that you're utilizing the customer or the client or the contact's full name because you don't want to have to edit that part manually. You want that part to come from the form they submit. And so as you've seen before, I've shown the form that they submit. We went in and we tweaked the form. Here is where the magic happened. Custom field, guys. I actually was previously utilizing when you do, your quick ads or your whatever, and you come in here, when you actually first come into this form, I'm populating all of this using the plus sign. And instead of using the custom fields, I originally was populating with the basic elements that are over here, the quick add elements. And I was pulling from over here, dropping in here, pulling from over here and dropping in here. However, when we want to have true, authentic, automation that actually feels like you want to utilize custom fields. Where do you get these custom fields from? You get these custom fields from the forms that you actually set up. Where do you set these forms up at? Let's open up a separate window. You actually go into your account, okay? You click on your dashboard, you scroll all the way down to where settings is located at the bottom, and you actually go to custom fields. Once you land in custom fields, the first thing I'm always going to suggest that you do is you create a folder, right? Because when you create a folder, it's going to be easier for you to find exactly what it is you're looking for versus my folders that have 180 plus undefined, okay? Undefined custom fields. We don't want that to happen. So go ahead and create your folder. Name the folder exactly what you want it to match in your entire system consistently. Have your forms named the same thing. Have your surveys named the same thing. Have all of your folders, your email snippets, your media storage, everything named the same thing for a specific purpose. So if you're creating a flow for speaker inquiry, have everything say speaker inquiry. If you're creating a folder for your graphics, have everything say what specific theme the graphic is for, so you can always find it in your system. Rant over, back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, and so here inside of when you create all of your custom fields in a folder, then it gives you your unique key, your custom value that you can populate into your snippet. Did anybody else just have an aha moment when they come up for breath? Because I surely did. Okay. And so now you're available to take those custom values and populate them specifically for that contact into the email, and the system will match that contact's information up with that email, send it out on automation. How? Because you set up a workflow for it, and it will be doing that while you sleep. That literally is the moment that I have every time I see this happen. Okay. And so where you get those workflows for, I'm going to duplicate this one more time. Let's do this just in case it populates the wrong thing. All right, it did not duplicate it. Great, great, great. So we can put that back up. All right, so now that we're in here, we're going to go back to the workflow and we're going to click on automations. Yay, this is where the automation magic happens. You see right up here, it says workflows. If we go to our most recent workflows, what do you guys think it's named? Speaker inquiry. Boom. All right, so here is the speaker inquiry workflow. So when that form is submitting, you guys heard me talk about workflows a couple of days back. When that form is submitted, you want to add a tag and you want to do what? You want to go ahead and make sure that that email that you just set up in your snippet is what goes to that custom individual on automation. Okay, so let me just run back through this to make sure you understand exactly what happened. Okay, let's get this over here, put it up there. Let's see if we can get these in order. So somehow, some way, somewhere in the eon, an individual saw, heard, was referred to you. Somehow they landed on your page. They read through your information. They completed your entire form. They said their name. They gave you their email address. They gave you their mobile number, because you want to make sure you can be able to converse with them on the go. They named whatever the speaking event they're needing you to come speak at. They gave you the dates. They went ahead and said how many of the expected people they're expecting. They gave you an outlet to go and look and research to see what the event is, how they're publicizing it, and all of that. They let you know who they intend on speaking to at these events, whether it is a business professional, it's a coach, it's a hospitality worker, it's a teacher, whoever it is. They told you that in advance, right? Then they said, the date specifically that they want you to speak on, because the date for the upcoming SpeakerCon event is November 5th through the 9th. And if we were using this as an example, the individual could be looking only for speakers for the 7th, because maybe the 5th and the 6th are taken care of and the 8th and the 9th are taken care of, and they're still missing a speaker for the 7th. So that's why you say, what is the speaking session date of your event, meaning that you want me to speak at? Right? What is your budget? Go ahead and ask them how much money they have available to see whether or not it is a fit for your budget to be able to speak. All right. And then you want them to go ahead and select a topic that you're already well versed on, so that when you get on the phone with them, you now can say, hey, based on this speaking topic, or based on this set, of speaking topics, I am willing to speak to that particular audience for that budget, for that audience for this budget, or something like that. You have the leverage, okay? Now, and then they check the box to consent and they submit the inquiry. We've already been through the part where I talked to you about this immediately populates forward to the thank you page, and it gives them a quick bit of information about you, maybe your one sheet, but mine specifically goes over to a virtual speaking event, so they can go ahead and see you, girl. And again, visualize me on their stage, visualize you on their stage. So once they complete this form that they complete is when they get triggered to receive this on automation. Right? Next, like I said, once they complete that form, if I had this in the right order, they get that email. How do they get the email? Because you set up an automated flow, right? And inside that automated flow, you say to them, hey, let's see if I can get that sample execution log to show up. Is it going to show me the details? As you see, I did the test, it accepted it, I opened it, so it shows that it was delivered. No, so let's see if I can grab the actual over here, and I can. Let's just grab all that really quickly and bring this onto the screen. Just make sure I have the right one on the screen, and I do. All right, so here we are for this particular one. When I tested this a few ago, thank you for your interest in speaking at. And I probably need to test this again because I did update this area here. But anyway, as you saw inside of the template that we have here for them, when we set this up, hey there, and we wanted it to use their name. Thank you for your interest in having me speak at name of the organization. I'm excited about the opportunity, the potential opportunity to deliver value to your noted audience as, and who the audience was. That is how specific we are when we're giving this information, in return. And so, again, here it is, the actual entered information, value to the audience that they stipulated. I've updated it since because for some reason it didn't populate. Based on your submission regarding my speaking topics on, and then here is the speaking topic that was selected. This could indeed be an asset to your audience. Then it goes on to tell them generally what you offer, what your speaking investment is, what you include in that. And then based on the budget that they put in, we may need to discuss further options, right? You want them to know that in your mindset or in your initial consultation, no budget is out of range, although you may have to discuss some customization to your speaking. So they put in a budget of $2,500, but the starting speaking stage presenting budget is $7,000. So to get your profit between $7,000 and $2,500, you may need to negotiate with them having a book table where you can sell books to potentially reach it. You may need to discuss with them the option to do a revenue share, meaning you are allowed to sell from the stage, and whatever profits are made, you may split them again to get up to the $7,000. This is the point of having the option to allow honorariums, selling from the stage, revenue shares, book sales, whatever you need to do to get to your proposed profit based on your speaking expertise. I hope that's making sense to you guys. But again, this is about the email template that you send out. And again, we discussed that not only do you want to have an inquiry response, meaning as soon as they inquire, you have a response. Now, in case there's no response, you have a follow-up to the inquiry, right? Beyond that, you want to move into once you actually go through the rigmarole of back and forth, and then you get paid and you show up at the event. Now, once you're finished, immediately after the post event, you want to have a thank you. You want to have some value add follow-ups, right? You want to have some relationship maintenance templates where now you want to check in with them later. So this is how you would take all of the various email templates and you would take and populate them directly into your snippets area, and then how you can always refer back to the information they sent on automation, because they've already supplied everything that need. And every time they fill out a form, you want to make sure that you're utilizing all of their information back to them to keep them warm and familiar and nurtured with your process. So I hope that makes sense to you guys, and you are more than available to learn, hear, see everything that the agency is offering the emerging speaker, why it makes sense for you, why it will work to take your platform from wherever it is right now and bring it into the 2025 AI automation movement that we are currently operating in, and why you need to, again, like I said, be coachable, be teachable, be trainable, so that you can stay on top and abreast, top of mind, and professional as a 50+ individual who is endeavoring either to leave your current 9 to 5 or concurrently start your speaking journey. Again, you can download the speaker email templates, the checklist in the library inside of the BrandYOU community. And that information, let me populate that on the screen for you guys, inside of the BrandYOU community, where you can find other helpful tips and tricks and blueprints and all of that good stuff, but specifically for the emerging speaker in the emerging speaker channel inside of our community. So I hope you found that information very informative, because we wanted to make sure that we added that little bit of snippet on to give you a little bit more clarity about the information and how these templates can be integrated perfectly with the workflows that we've built in the past. And next, when we talk about the SMS templates, how that is going to help you be a time-sensitive speaker communicator with the EP who's actually looking for your needs. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, select the notification bell so that you can get the alerts and you can be in the know of everything that we're doing here inside of the BrandYOU community, inside of the BrandYOU agency, and as your emerging speaker systems development coach, right? The specialist to help you get your emerging speaker business off the ground and operating professional. Thank you again for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.